you guys sucked so badly that even if we were hiring, we wouldn't be hiring you guys. So if you're familiar with this channel, you know over the course of the years I've had more than a few jobs, and they've all been kind of shitty jobs, but, well, yeah, if they've paid, they've been shitty jobs. Anyways, I worked at a distribution center, and I'm not going to name names, even though if anyone knows me, knows the history, they know which one it was, so, whatever. But I'm not going to name names. It was seasonal, and I needed the job. I needed the money. Okay, fine. So got hired in as seasonal help with the carrot being dangled in front of me and everyone else that was hired in at that time that if you do a good enough job and you show up all the time, you do your work, we're happy with you, you could be hired full time. I'm thinking, yeah, sure, right, whatever. You're just dangling a carrot in front of us so that everyone shows up when they could have been like, man, I'm sick as a motherfucking dog, dude. I'm throwing up the lining of my stomach is being thrown up right now. I've had to chew back just to call in. And, but no, okay, so fine. You're lying to us. I get it. Whatever. So it started in August. From August to December, I think it was mid-December, is what the season was. And that was their busy point, holiday shopping. It was one of those department store type places. Probably not the one you're thinking of, though. But if you are thinking the one that I worked at, good guess. And so, okay, fine. You're lying to us. Here. Show up and do the work and do everything we tell you to and don't ask any questions and we'll hire you full time. No. So it gets to be mid-December and they pull us in for a meeting and, we've had monthly evaluations. And I should say one more thing about this. It was a midnight shift. It was 10 to 6 in the morning. I've never in my life worked a 10 to 6. But I needed the job, I needed the money. I needed the money more than the job because no one really needs a job, they just need the money the job brings in. So I didn't need a job, I needed the money. So I show up. I do my work. It's a 10 to 6 job. I'm having a hard time staying awake though because it's not constant. You have like spurts of busy and that keeps you awake. And then you have long periods of like nothing. So you're kind of just like I'm lucky they had hip blinds, those big metal things that they would slide boxes of shit down. I'm lucky they had those because there were a couple of times that I would have ended up on my face. But, it was there to stop me. So I ruined several pairs of jeans, though, because those things, the edges were sharp as fuck. Just sliced the fuck out of my jeans. That's my fault for not being used to a 10 to 6 job. And I'm also working on The Chosen, the movie, at that time. So my sleep is just all fucked up. I'm lucky to get like 3 or 4 hours of sleep. And at one time, sleep deprivation was kind of funny, and I'll probably do a video on that because I had sleep deprivation at one of my other jobs, and I had a good time with it. This time, not so much. So, I'm doing what I can. So from August to November, I'm just muddling through. I'm just getting there. As all things go, you start kind of getting used to it by that point. December rolls around, I'm kind of getting the hang, but then they bumped us to other areas because that position you're in no longer needs you because all the work they had backlogged, done. They don't need seasonal help to pick it up. The regular people, the regular staff can do it. So kind of getting loaned out to other departments and whatnot to catch them up. So I'm kind of already seeing you're not going to be hiring any full-time people. So mid-December comes around, they give us our final evaluations and whatnot. They have a big meeting, and they have everyone gathered full-time and seasonal, and they say, well, unfortunately, due to numbers and sales and whatnot, we will not be able to hire any seasonal workers onto full-time. Sorry. But that's business. So, okay, fine. Then we're all leaving, and they take and they start handpicking a few more of us. They pull us into this break room. They sit us down. They give us our evaluations to look over again. And the manager comes in and he's like, even though we weren't able to hire any of you seasonal employees as full-time people, we felt it important to sit you down here and tell you that you guys sucked so badly that even if we were hiring full-time from seasonal, we wouldn't be hiring you guys. And you felt that was important to tell us. Wow, just kick a fucker when he's down, right? Thanks. Oh, but you are invited to the Christmas party we're having next week, which will be the first week that you've been no longer employed here. What the fuck?